Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tech Talks at HD4 Wayne. Today, we wanted to talk about tires, right? With it being the season, we're all going through tires. We're getting miles in, and maintaining a proper tire is extremely crucial to riding safely. Tires don't just give us something to grip the road, but they also deflect rain, debris, and if not taken care of, can make your ride really unsafe. So there are a few things I want to talk about. First, information on the tire. Right here on one side of your tire. It's not going to be on every side. It's not going to be on both. It's just one. That number refers to the week and the year that that tire was manufactured. So this would have been the 50th week of 2021. This is an old tire that came off of somebody's bike, but technically that date is almost out of date. If it's older than 5 years, we are going to recommend that you replace that tire. The rubber begins to dry, you start to get cracking. You can already kind of see in the top of this tire here, it's starting to get really dry. And once the rubber gets dry, you're not really getting the grip that you need. The other information listed on the tire that we're going to see, so you have 180 by 55 B18. Now, we're not going to get into the lettering, but we have the width of the tire, the height of the tire, and the rim size of the tire. When buying tires for your motorcycle, I highly recommend you stay within the same parameters of the OEM tire that came on your motorcycle. It's extremely important. They go through a lot of engineering on these motorcycles, and it's very different from bike to bike to bike to bike. So I highly recommend those numbers. Stay with those numbers. You can switch brands, but do your research with brands. Some are better at water deflection. Some are a higher speed rating. Some are rated for a heavier load. So this is a touring tire right here, and it's rated for a heavier load on the tire, meaning more weight. The next thing I really want to talk about is tire pressure, right? It's listed in your owner's manual, right at the front of the owner's manual. I highly recommend before every single ride, you are checking your tire pressure. Riding with improper tire pressure will make the tire sit more flat on the ground. And this one's actually been ridden kind of that way. If you run your hand over it, it's kind of hard to see. But this one was beginning to cup because when it's ran low, you're not riding at just the peak of the tire. The tire is squishing flat on the road, and it's starting to wear on the sides unevenly. Then when you air it up to proper tire pressure, at the sides here, you will have lumps in those treads. And when you go into corner, you're going to feel vibration. And vibration can lead to steering problems, as well as low tire pressure can. If you have the wrong tire pressure, man, let me tell you, I've moved quite a few bikes around this shop. And over the 4 years, just moving your bike 5 feet, I can tell if you've got low tire pressure because it gets way heavier. So if you find yourself moving your bike around the garage and you're like, man, this thing feels heavier than it did last week, check your tires. Check your tires. It's one of my favorite things to see you guys bring in with low tire pressure because I know that your ride is going to change significantly. The handling, the ride, the vibration from low tire pressure to proper tire pressure, huge difference, guys. Another thing that I like to talk about with tires is just the checklist, right? Cat. I got 2 cats. That's how I remember it. But condition, age, and tread. If your tread depth is too low, right? This tire, let's see what she's reading. All right. So with a tread depth gauge, you would spin around to the closest line that is right at the edge of the metal. This one's in between 5 and 6, so that's still good, right? The same thing on this guy. You want to go not here at the edge of the tire. You want to go in the center of the tire. Looks like we got about 4, 5, 30 seconds. The minimum tread depth is 3 seconds. A lot of your ESP, tire and wheel, they require that the tire have 4 or 3 seconds if you catch a nail for it to be replaced because that is the minimum tread depth. Once you are at or below the minimum tread depth, they can decline that. So we highly recommend keep your tread depth up. Check it every time you go to get on the bike. It's one of those things. Age, again, you're going to come to that year week mark. If you're getting close to 5 years, it might just be time to replace it. And then condition. You want to make sure that you have no cracking. You want to make sure that the tire is still wet, that there is no cupping. Good way to do that, run your hand over it. See if it feels nice and smooth and round, or if it's got that little lump at that side, right? So remember, cats are cool. Condition, age, and tread. Check it every time you ride. For more information on tires and different available options for your motorcycle, give us a call, 260-489-2464. Talk with our pals. There's lots of different brands, lots of different efficient tires. However, if you're unsure, recommend stick with OEM. Thanks for checking in. Harley-Davidson, a 4-way.